Oye, te habla tío Sabio Vega. This is Sabio Vega and you watching True Heel Hit a mi manera o pa' la calle.
Hello everyone, it's the hardcore legend Mick Foley wishing a nice day to everyone there, right there at True Heel Heat. Yeah! Rob Van Dam, listening to True Heel Heat. Pow!
Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with True Heel Heat Wrestling. Holla at me.
Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for Rated Raw Review, episode 77. You're not a wise man, you're a dumbass. Discussing last night's July 21st, 2025 edition of Monday Night Raw as only we can. And to do that, no, I am not joined by my esteemed colleague, usually here with me every Tuesday, Mr. Romeo Anthony Colon. Not even he cared enough to show up on this episode of Monday Night Raw. So for now, I am riding solo. Don't worry, I'm not completely alone. I'll have somebody here with me eventually. But for now, you're here with me, and we'll have a good time until my co-host for this week and most weeks, because Romeo doesn't show up all the time. He's kind of like Roman Reigns at this point. But let's talk about some Monday Night Raw. I appreciate y'all if you're joining us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on this video. You can share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. We are closing in. We're so close to 24,000 subscribers. I would appreciate it so much if you hit the subscribe button if you are new and join us here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel anywhere between 3 to 7 times a week. We are here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, and we've done a lot of content in the month of July for you to enjoy, so you can go back and watch everything we did during All In Week, during the past week, covering TNA Slammiversary. We've got coverage on the G1. I'll be doing a week 1, probably a video, pre-recorded video, probably for week 1 of the G1 later this week, or probably do like a short or something to give y'all coverage on the G1 as it goes on, and you could join us on the Flagship podcast talking about over there. So we got plenty for you to enjoy here on the channel. So hit the subscribe button if you are new. If you're watching us on demand, comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the WWE Raw last night from Houston, Texas. And of course, if you're with us live, we love to interact with all of you guys. So sound off in the live chat. We're an interactive YouTube channel here, so we love to interact with you. And we'll highlight as many of your comments as possible. But of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here, you want to show your support to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, make sure your comment is highlighted on screen as well as we discuss it, talk about it a little bit. You can send a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate your support. It goes a long way to help the channel grow and move forward, so we definitely thank you for that. We got good old Alex Trebek from Jeopardy. He is joining us in the live chat saying, today is my birthday. Happy birthday to you, Alex. And so does G Loke. Golden Loke is in the chat. Thanks for showing up, my good brother. He says, happy C Day to Alex. Enjoy your day. What it do at THA. Smash that like and let's go. Braun Breaker is the real deal. You know us here on Rated Raw Review. We are a Braun Breaker stand account at this point. We've been preaching from the mountaintops. Braun Breaker is the next guy. And he stepped up. He had a big opportunity to go in a promo exchange with the former big dog, the tribal chief, our OTC, Roman Reigns last night. You got Eric Isaac in the chat joining us saying, hey, THH fam, the OTC have returned. Dirty Dom versus AJ is on. Rest in power, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Yes, we talked about it shortly yesterday. I didn't even know about everything that went down with his passing when we were talking about it yesterday during our TNA Slammiversary review. 54 years old? That's way too young. Way too young, y'all. Way too young. 54 years old and passing due to a tragic drowning as well. So definitely thoughts, prayers, condolences to all the family, friends, and fans of Malcolm Jamal Warner, someone that we all grew up on. As a young black man, Malcolm Jamal Warner as Theo was one of like the first examples of like a young African-American man, and he messed up. He was clumsy at times. He wasn't the best looking. He wasn't the smartest, but we went through growing pains with him, especially if you were like a teenager during the days of the Cosby Show. Me, I was a kid when Cosby Show was basically in its like final season. I was like 5 years old, but I watched so much of it on syndication, whether it be Nick at Night or any of the TBS and stuff like that. You used to play it, and I used to really watch it and absorb it and stuff like that. And Theo was kind of the pioneer of the archetype of young black man in a big family that, you know, Will Smith would become with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So his archetype, he created an archetype for sitcoms, especially African-American sitcoms. So he's so important to basically the culture, if you really think about it, with Theo as that, you know, kind of archetype for the young teenage. Eddie Winslow is another one that kind of followed that archetype that was made by Theo. So, you know, thoughts and prayers to Malcolm Jamal Warner. We got Val in the chat, who's preaching from the mountaintops. You're preaching to the choir here. He says, what a boring Raw. This was one of the worst Raws of the year. This was not good. I said it on Twitter, like halfway through. Well, I was like more than halfway through the show. I think there was only like 2 segments left when I just went on Twitter and I was like, this wasn't the best Raw. Is it just me? And I had some people that was like, yeah, it's just you. I enjoyed this Raw. And I'm like, all right, I see a lot of likes, a lot of retweets, a lot of comments in my comment section telling me that it's not just me. A lot of other people are telling me, nah, this is not a good Raw. Like Joel Pearl said it best. It was very disjointed and something wasn't clicking. Something was just off in this episode. We got Goldie Loke, who says, loving this intro, cuz. Thank you so much. We got some love in the chat from I Make Beats, who says, what's up, good people? Saw some of this show live in the wee hours. That Stephanie Iyo match was a banger. I'm not as high on it as everybody else. It was really good. Really good. Don't get me wrong. Really good matchup. But I just had it in my bones. I knew how this was going to end. So I couldn't get into it as much as all of you. I'm sure all of you really loved it, but I can't say I loved it because I knew that this how it was going to end in the long run. But let's see if someone else knew how this was going to end and someone knew how we were going to start, with me talking to the people in the live chat as he is joining us live from Krypton. Top Guy JJ, how are you doing?
I'm good. You know, had to take care of some stuff, but yeah, I'm good, man. I'm conflicted, but I'm good.
Why are you conflicted?
I needed something to increase my mood because last night put me to sleep really early. Like,
okay,
really early?
I was worried. I was like, is it just me? But like Jeremy made me feel better earlier today, and your Virgo, I guess Virgo brother, is she Virgo? You're both Virgos? I think you're both Virgos. Yeah. He was on the same page as me, and it seems like you're on a. This was one of the most boring Raws of the year.
I needed something, and this just, I feel good now. Like I feel like I'm gonna go see it again later. Like I had just to, you know, get some more of my heroes and stuff on here. Like, you know, Batman and Joker face. I had to just do something to improve my mood because we got 2 hours and 40 minutes of something yesterday.
And it went over. It went over.
It went. Oh, I thought I was bugging. Like I thought I was bugging. But you know, damn. Even my wrestling bay. Like I was like, what's happening right now?
Like I like that match more than any other match on the show. But it was just like we all knew how it was gonna end. We knew as soon as it was announced on this show how that match was gonna end. It was like it's probably gonna end the same way the first one did.
Yep.
And they did not disappoint. They did not disappoint.
Right on cue.
Will Chisholm saying Asuka was sounding slick to Iyo with that your friend Rhea, and Io's reaction was good, LOL. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. We got LaSoul who says revisionist history. Roman is such a gaslighter. I love it. I love that he's the babyface.
Oh man, listen. Spoiler alert. His entrance is literally the best part of this entire show. That man is pure aura.
Yes, he's an aura farmer. He's an aura farmer.
Aura. Yeah. Like, I was like, why am I enjoying this so much? Why am I enjoying an entrance so much? Like, this is my guy. Like, this dude, he just personifies captivating television. But then there's a show that has to take place.
Yeah.
And that's when that's when reality hits, and you're like, "Oh yeah, we're back to this shit here. We're back here, yeah." So
I appreciate the fact that Roman is where he is, because I always think about the humble beginnings of True Hill Heat was us being the only supporters for him, and now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. It's just like, get off! There's not enough room for y'all. We've been here. We built this bandwagon,
man. We had that shit where it was literally just a cardboard, and you carrying two wheels on the front and back and the left side. I'm carrying the front and back wheel on the right side, and we were just riding on cardboard. And now all of a sudden, this shit is a fucking 747.
We got yes, we've just double checked it on the channel. We hit 24,000 subscribers today. Thank you so much to everybody who's a new subscriber and everyone who's been on the board, who's been on this bandwagon for a while. We appreciate y'all. And no, we're not kicking y'all off. You can get more people to join us. We got a 747 for this one as well. We got I Make Beats, who has been a member for nearly a year. It's been nearly a year, I Make Beats. I remember when you first started commenting in the live chat when I was doing a collision discourse, when I had to do it alone because drunk guy JJ would never show up. I remember those days. It's good to see you.
That's what's up. A year already almost? That's crazy. It does feel like I Make Beats has been here for a little bit. But, yeah, but damn, it's kind of cool to see, like, when it's like a year, like that like when it's and that year is gonna happen like next month. Like, yeah, that's gonna be that's fire. That's what's up, man.
I still remember he literally told me, he was like, I have to get a VPN to sign up for membership and Patreon, and he's a trooper. He did it. We got some birthday love in the chat for some people, for Alex getting a happy birthday. We got Chuck Berries who says, what's good, THH fam? My words to describe last night's Raw: conflicted and confused. Go figure. No Romeo Ross. LOL. I said on In the Weeds earlier this morning, I was like, yeah, last night's Raw was kind of boring, so I don't think Romeo's gonna show up. Yeah, Romeo literally just sent me his notes. He wants me to read out his ratings and stuff for the show.
Yo, y'all should let us know in the chat if y'all want those ratings or not, because I think he should be showing up to work to provide these ratings. Because when I miss a week, I don't get to give my review and my ratings.
This is true.
I gotta give a recap when I make my monthly appearance on True Hill Heat. Just saying.
Any background that you get. Davion
still waiting on my intro, you know.
I've been telling him this. I'll be like, girl, when are you gonna make a new intro? He's like, I'll get to it. He got a light week this week. We don't have that much content that we're doing this week because there's no shows like 97, on the weekend.
Shows.
I'm like so thankful. Tomorrow I actually get a day off, because even on Sunday when I had a day off, I had to still work.
But your ass is watching, nigga.
I love that. Look, he's mad. He said, "Don't read him that. I don't care."
Come talk about this whack ass episode on screen, nigga.
I love it. I just read that in his voice. That was awesome. That's awesome. Happy birthday to Davion, who's celebrating his 24th birthday.
I think we should read them because
I was gonna read them. Don't.
I want to hear the positive
I love you, Romeo. We miss you,
the positive
Romeo.
spin he puts on it. He's turning it off.
I already said to my notes on his notes. I was like, this is not what you said it is.
Wait,
but I'm gonna read it.
He's turning it off. He don't want to hear the rebuttals.
You're mean, Romeo. You're not gonna support me at least? Damn.
Yo, man, you can't at least have us in the background or something. Like, just have us have a view account up. Like, it helps the algorithm. But he ain't gonna like this episode, dog. He ain't gonna like this episode, dog.
Precious WWE, what are you doing to them? Davion celebrating his 24th. Damn, you only 24, brother? I thought you were older than that. You a youngster. Happy birthday.
You're a young buck. That's what's up.
Happy birthday. Again, a bunch of birthday.
Hey, you know what though? He a good Gen Z cat though.
Yeah, for sure. We got Laslo who says was not a good show. Zero flow and sporadic. Yeah. It just felt like nothing was clicking. Things that usually click did not click on this episode.
And watch this be a 2.5 hour review.
Because we have something to complain about. Isaiah's World, to answer your question, he says, hey, I keep seeing these motherfucking members. How I do that? Click the join button. It's just $1 a month. $1 a month, you get your comments usually highlighted on screen. You have the special perks in the chat, and we do exclusive content for our members as well. We posted a whole bunch of our rewatches of the Okada Omega series ahead of All in Texas. So yeah, there's plenty for you to enjoy if you want to become a member. Isaiah's World, you're one of the real ones. I've been seeing you in the chat ever since you showed up for the first time. So yeah, become a member. Join us. Davion saying Romeo ain't having it with y'all.
No, he's definitely not. He's not gonna like this episode.
I don't think so.
It's not gonna be on the top 5 of his for the year.
Well, let's get into last night's Monday Night Raw. What did you think about the crowd in Houston, Texas?
What's sad is that Houston came ready for a good show. Because they came ready. Like, they came ready. Like, they wanted to cheer, like, badly. Like, you could tell. Like,
I felt like they wanted to cheer the stars that they wanted to see, not so much wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, So the wrestling, once it started wrestling, there was literally zero reactions to moves.
Yeah,
like 0 reactions to moves, spots, big hits. Like, yeah, there's a couple matches that was so fucking prevalent on. Like, oh, yeah. But I think it kind of bled into what they were getting, and they just weren't getting nothing to be like, yo, I'm hyped. They ain't get shit, dog. Like, Houston got shitted on, bro. They got, you know what? I was gonna say something, but I mean, this I don't want to offend some people, so we just gonna about some projects that has come out that people didn't want, but they got, but I'll just leave that in the air. But
did you listen to the Clips album?
Not yet. I downloaded it. Okay. I haven't listened to it yet.
I think it's an incredible album. I actually would rate it. This is the highest praise I can give it. I would actually rate it higher than GNX.
That's kind of bold.
Yeah.
That's kind of bold. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me listen to this, and this ain't it.
Nah, I said it to Jimmy, and Jimmy was looking at me crazy. I think it's the best Clips album. I was like, maybe it's because I'm listening to it with more adult ears and I'm hearing it differently than I listened to Hell Hath No Fury back when I was like 14 years old. But like this one, I feel is better than that one. It has more layers to it. It has more context. It has more nuance to it.
So you telling me that this is going to be better than Jim Jones's records?
Yeah, well, you know.
Because apparently he's better than Clips, he's better than Nas, he's better than Jada, he's more relevant than half the people in the game because he's made like 3 songs that people bop to, and you know he put out an album.
3? That seems like overdoing it. 3?
He put out an album that sold literally 3,000 records.
3. We got Isaiah's World, who is a new member of the channel. What's up, Isaiah? Yes, it is working. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. We're gonna have some new content for you to enjoy on the channel. My Super Card of Honor review is gonna be dropping on the channel, so don't worry. We got some stuff for you. But yes, it is working. That's all. That's all you needed to do, and now you're in. You're a part of the club.
Yeah, now you get all the exclusive shit, the shit that doesn't make it to YouTube, because YouTube they like to fuck with people.
It's true.
So you know
they do. I agree, Davion. Yes, that POV with Tyler the Creator. I like Tyler the Creator already, but I loved his verse on it. And that's another thing that I was giving high praise to. I thought Tyler Creator had the best guest verse on the album, and this is an album that includes a Kendrick verse. So that's the highest praise I can give it. But talking about the show, we get a recap of last week's gauntlet matchup and the focus on Braun Breaker's lengthy run, CM Punk's win, and Roman Reigns' return. We see Sami Zayn, who Michael Cole is still referring to as the underguard of the underdog from the underground. We see Becky and Judgment Day all arriving at the building. Judgment Day, they get out their car. Dominik Mysterio says he's going to park the car. He hands the keys to a valet who just happens to be AJ Styles. We say Valet J Styles. Styles hoped Dom got cleared today, and Dom left as AJ just chucks the keys away. You go from TNA Slammiversary to this. What a 24 hours for AJ.
You know, despite the midness of this show, I'm just loving how AJ Styles is just letting go.
He's committed to the bit.
I'm just loving that I'm just loving that he's not so like camera conscious and thinking that, oh, he's just like this great wrestler and we got to see this great wrestler all the time. And he's just having fun. Like he's just having fun. And I think for him to kind of have this fun at this stage of his career, I think it's something well warranted for him. And I'm honestly loving it because it's a whole new side of him.
Yeah. He was master of disguise on this episode, and I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it a lot. Isaiah World saying, say less, I'm in this motherfucker to stay. Someone set me up a table and some Henny. You get right into the VIP club. Come behind the velvet rope, good sir. We got IMAB who says, Tyler is great. Odd Future was sick as well, especially Earl Sweatshirt. I gotta listen to more Tyler the Creator. So I think isn't his album coming out, or it's out already? His new album?
You're asking the wrong person about Tyler the Creator right now.
Fair. All right, let's talk about the opening.
I ain't gonna sit here and cap on people that I don't know. Like I know of Tyler the Creator, and I know he's a really good artist, but he's not someone I like follow like that.
Fair. Let's talk about the opening segment. You had CM Punk coming out to the ring. He comes out to a huge ovation from this Houston crowd. The crowd is chanting his name. He stood atop the Slim Jim logo in the ring. Punk told Houston he had 2 goals when he returned to WWE, main event WrestleMania, and become the World Heavyweight Champion. He was still working on the ladder because he kept getting sidetracked by people who took things a little too personally, which is yourself, I guess. Punk looked forward to facing Gunther, whom he called one of the best wrestlers in the world. He couldn't promise a win, but with the help of the fans, he could promise that he would give everything he had.
Good job.
Gunther was the Intercontinental Champion for 666 days and was now on his second run with the World Heavyweight Championship. Punk only had 2 weeks to train for this beast, but then he remembered he's been training for this his whole life. Punk wasn't just any challenger, he was the best in the world. But as soon as he said that, the music of the World Heavyweight Champion hit to bring out Gunther. Gunther comes down to the ring. Punk got in his face, but Gunther would step back. He would hear the chants from the crowd who were chanting, "You tapped out, you tapped out," and then booing Gunther every time he got the mic close to his mouth. Gunther stalled for a while before addressing Punk. Gunther said he did not want to create any drama. They were both there for the same reasons, not to make friends, but to make money and win championships. They each considered themselves the best in the world. They both had massive egos, but Gunther's ego was justified, unlike Punk's. Punk's ego was based on what the fans thought. Gunther's ego was based on his accolades. He says that the best in the world is whoever held the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther only focused on what happened in the ring, and when the bell rang at SummerSlam, he would make Punk regret that he ever stepped back into a wrestling ring. Gunther would drop him like a wet towel, and Punk would realize he was right. Punk would never be champion and would never be best in the world. The only thing Punk would have was the degenerate fans chanting his name for the rest of his life. Gunther drops the mic and he leaves the ring as his music played. He left Punk as Punk watched him. I guess the production team knew Punk wouldn't have a response. So that was it. That was the first segment. We're getting CM Punk versus Gunther at SummerSlam. And for two guys who I would say is among the best in WWE on the mic, they said a whole bunch of nothing and set the tone for the show.
This promo was ass.
This was so mid. I have never seen two guys who are
so ass.
I've never seen two guys who are so good on the mic have such a mid promo exchange.
Oh, this was so ass. Like, this is what I meant by the crowd they wanted something to cheer for. Because they started hot. Like Punk with the big pop, Gunther getting booed before he even puts the mic to his fucking mouth. And then once things started commencing, it was just, bruh. You could have gotten this promo from WWE 2K. This shit was ass. This shit was ass, bro. This shit was an ass burger. Like, this shit was, at least like, when Seth Rollins came out and did his annoying ass shit and I was just angry at him, at least I was angry at him. This shit was this was a waste of time. This was an absolute waste of time.
It really made me question, do these guys realize that there's only one more episode of Raw after this? Like, no, I'm not saying that Punk and Gunther need like some intriguing story to get into it. It's a dream match. It's a match that's never happened before. I think it is going to produce, because Gunther doesn't know how to have bad matches. He's at least going to have a good match with Punk. And if Punk's on his game, it could be a great match. It could be one of the best matches of the year for WWE. But like, at least get us excited for that. Like, just doing, I'm the best in the world. No, I'm the best in the world. You have an ego. I have an ego. My ego is justified. Your ego is not. The fans love you. They don't love me. I do it on accolade. This was like I think that Isaiah World said it best. He says he don't even watch WWE anymore. He says, so I could contribute nothing to this conversation, but hearing this episode, I'm fitting the need to roll another blunt. This ain't it. Shit, was this episode sponsored by ChatGPT? Question mark. Yes, it really feels like an AI bot wrote the script for this show. This was definitely a script by the numbers promo, and it did not give you any incentive to want to watch Punk versus Gunther at SummerSlam, which is a match that doesn't need much to build up to it, but they did nothing to do that.
This would have been better served as a vignette.
Yeah,
I think a vignette would have done better than this promo. I'm empty because this shit was garbage. I ain't got nothing. There's nothing to add. It's literally like you got a full trash can that you need to take out the trash with, and there's nothing left to add to it but take out the trash. This segment was trash. Let's take out the trash. Let's move the fuck on. This shit was ass.
Hopefully they do better on the Go Home show. Fingers crossed. Byron Saxton is backstage with La Primera, your girl, Stephanie Vaquer.
Hell yeah.
But they were interrupted by the WWE Women's World Champion, Naomi, who called her Stephanie Vaquer.
Or whatever you, or however you say it.
Oh, however you say it. They have
I
never
love
met
Naomi so much right now. Oh my God, I cannot tell you.
She says they have never met, so she introduced herself as the world champion. Vaquer knew who she was, though. Naomi said that they would see each other at Clash in Paris. But Vaquer said that that would only happen if she survived that SummerSlam. Naomi was offended by the comment and was confident she would see her in Paris. She was like, yeah, but if you don't see me, maybe it'll be Rhea Ripley, or maybe it'll be Iyo Sky, who you have unfinished business with. Because to me, it looked like you were going to lose the last time y'all faced. And then walked away.
No. And then she came back and said, last time I was in the ring, she was dog walking.
Yeah, she was dog walking you.
Yeah. I was like, yo, why are you so disrespectful, bro?
We would later see, after a replay of the Kabuki Warriors losing to the Judgment Day, Iyo was talking to the Kabuki Warriors, saying they're going to be tag team champs soon. Kyrie had said that Sky would soon be the world champion again, and Oscar said, yeah, you just have to beat your friend, Rhea Ripley, and Naomi, and wished her luck at SummerSlam. Then Stephanie Vaquer came into the locker room and confronted Iyo. Iyo recalled that she had Stephanie beat the last time they wrestled until it was interrupted. Sky, then you get Vaquer, who says, why don't we not wait until Clash in Paris? And how about we face each other, sooner than that? So Iyo suggested that they have the match tonight in Houston, Texas, with Vaquer accepting. That got a big pop from the fans as well. They were excited to see that matchup. So that was good. Good backstage segment. Good use of like the main players in the women's title scene here. I enjoyed these two segments.
See, I'm in a good mood now. We got back-to-back segments of Stephanie. Like, we're in a good mood now. Fuck all that CM Punk and Gunther nonsense. Like, that shit just got back-to-back segments of Stephanie Vaquer. Man, shit. Sign me up for that. We're on a good trajectory right now. And then it's literally like King Dakai. It's literally like King Dakai. This shit goes like King Dakai. If you've ever been on King Dakai, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
But Our opening matchup would see Sheamus going up against Rusev in a rematch from a few weeks ago. Cole yelled that it's fight night, baby, in the most annoying manner possible when Sheamus made his entrance. You get a few minutes into the matchup. Sheamus tries for a dive off the top rope to the floor, but he lost his balance and returns to the ring. Rusev had to pretend that he was still hurt, so Sheamus got back onto the ropes and then does it again. The fans got behind Sheamus as he hits that flying clothesline to the outside. He then looks into the camera and says, "Oh, that was close." It didn't matter, though, because Rusev would grab him seconds later and then do a fallaway slam over the announce table to take over during the break. Sheamus came back as soon as they returned from break, but when he went for the bro kick, Rusev caught him into a power bomb for a 2 count. Rusev went for a thrust kick, but Sheamus was able to hit him with the knee strike, like the kneecap, for a near fall. Sheamus came off the top, but Rusev hit him with a thrust kick, catching him in midair. It did not look great though, but that got him only a 2 count. Rusev would apply the accolade, but Sheamus got a rope break. As in the previous matchup, Rusev booted Sheamus while Sheamus was asking for more. Rusev ripped the padding off of the metal turnbuckle rod. He tried to use it again like he did in the previous matchup, but Sheamus was able to bounce his head right off the exposed turnbuckle rod right in front of the referee. And the referee just fixed the padding on the turnbuckle and just kept going, which seemed to be a low priority, but he still decided to do it. Meanwhile, Rusev grabs Sheamus's shillelagh, but before he is able to use it, Sheamus catches him with a clean-looking bro kick right in the chin. He gets the cover, and the referee finally turns around, gets the 1-2-3 to pick up the victory here. I thought Rusev would kick out because the referee took a couple of seconds before he counted the cover, but Sheamus picks up the win to tie the series at 1-1 since Rusev's return here. Rusev's first loss since returning to WWE in April. This was another good matchup between the two. I don't think it was as good as the previous matchup, and it's kind of surprising because my one complaint about the previous matchup was that one was like over 20 minutes, and I was like, if they had a shorter amount of time, it would be better. But this was just under 15 minutes, and I don't think it was better than the last match. It was just a good match. What did you think?
Not a bad match if you didn't see the first match. Like this match very felt copy paste. It felt very copy pasty, so it kind of felt like the same. You kind of watching the same match twice. Just the ending was slightly different, and then Sheamus added the nugget of the jumping off the rope, which was kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see him, rebound himself and acknowledge, what happened. And the crowd had a nice response behind it too, so that was kind of cool. Like, I don't mind watching these two have matches. It's just they probably are going to get into the lane of needing to put stipulations into matches soon, because if you see this for a third time the same way, it's going to get very boring. But I didn't want to see this match so soon. Like I said, the first time they had this match, but WWE is going to WWE, and they are the laziest bookers in the world, and they're just like, hey, this shit worked 3 weeks ago, let's do it again this week. And then they're probably going to fight again the night after SummerSlam in Brooklyn, and that's probably why I'm not going to buy a ticket to that show. Because you can just feel how lazy some of these matches are just being put together. They're just throwing shit to the wall and see what sticks at this point. Like, this SummerSlam card is weird as fuck. Like, this SummerSlam card is weird, but we're gonna get what you're gonna get, and you're gonna congratulations to you guys that's gonna end up spending $15,000 on these front row seats to get your VIP experience, so you can take home a chair and meet no one and get no memorabilia. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Just like how, for the people that bought the VIP experience, and I hate comparing, but when you buy the VIP experience, like all in, you kind of get like a whole duffel bag of memorabilia. You got an autograph piece of merchandise. You got to do a couple meet and greets. You get, you get shit. You get shit you could take home with. Here, you get a chair.
Just your seat and the chair. There you go. Byron Saxon is once again backstage. He's interviewing El Grande Americano. El Americano spoke a few words in Spanish. He started cursing in Spanish, which was awesome. Before being interrupted by Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee called him a fake who didn't have the fire of a luchador. You get Americano who pie faces him, so that leads to a brawl between the two that's quickly broken up by the referees and officials. If y'all were standing there the whole time, why y'all ain't stopped this fight sooner?
This was ass.
Yep.
Here the king the guy is in full swing right now. This shit, like, and why is Ludwig screaming? Like, nigga, we know your voice. Like, we know it. Like,
hey, you speak Spanish though, so
as soon as he started yelling and all that, like, bro, like, we know you. Like, you're not even trying. Like, this was basura.
Basura. You want to know what's even worse than all of that?
Oh, God.
They aired the sneak peek for WWE Unreal. And all that shit was, JJ, was a backstage clip of the iShow Speed being rushed out to replace Akira Tozawa in the Royal Rumble. The footage provided no insight whatsoever to the show. It was the same sort of clip that they have aired on Raw in the past. And you literally are telling people that WWE Unreal is exactly that. It's unreal. It's not real at all.
I'm going to watch it to see how much they embarrass themselves. Because I'm going to have to see how much they just kill any version of kayfabe that they have left. I'm going to have to see what they've done to the culture of kayfabe with this Unreal bullshit. Because it's just heads up, it's not going to be good.
It's not.
This is not going to be a good show.
It's not going to be a good show. It's not going to be good for this company. It's not going to be good for the wrestling business.
Yeah, so this Unreal is not going to be a good show. But I think it might be worth seeing how stupid everything unfolds.
I can't believe I agree.
It's great curiosity television, I would say.
I can't believe I agreed. I'm gonna review this show.
Yeah. I'll be down to review it too, because I'm watching this shit. I'm watching this train wreck. I'm down to watch a train wreck.
I know something will be bad. I'm watching that. Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, true. Absolutely. That shit look, man, so dumb, so stupid. But hey, this is the world we're in right now. WWE.
Lyra Valkyria confronts Bayley backstage about getting Adam Pearce to put them in a tag team title match later tonight. Valkyria was bewildered because she says that she beat Bayley's ass last week and was focused on SummerSlam. Bayley says that they were finally getting the match that they were supposed to at WrestleMania. Valkyria wondered what game Bayley was playing, but Bayley acted oblivious, like everything was cool, and she said that she would see her in the ring, leaving Valkyria very confused on everything here.
As was the rest of us.
All you got to do is ask for a tag team title
that watched this show.
We were all bewildered of what the fuck was that?
So the minute, So the minute this segment happened, I already felt that I'm about to have an LVP candidate out of this segment. And it got stronger later. Spoiler alert!
Next, we get our triple threat matchup to determine the number one contender for the World Tag Team Championships. The LWO with Dragon Lee in their corner, facing the Creed brothers with Ivy Nell in their corner, versus the New Day.
Nah, hold on. Nah, this looks like a fucking picture that, like, fans would take. This is a fan's pick. This is a picture fans take. These do not look like professional actors. This looks like fans, bro. Like the young nigga in the middle, and the young guy the old guy trying to be young on the left, and just I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here on the right.
I'm doing the NWO too sweet. But
that shit was confusing too.
Three-way matchup. New Day had control during the commercial break. Joaquin Wilde made the hot tag after the break, and the crowd barely reacted, but they got into his offense. However, Niall knocked Wilde off of the top rope. Dragon Lee tried to help by going after the Creeds, but he was attacked from behind by El Grande Americano. Came through and he attacks Dragon Lee, taking him out. Del Toro wipes both of the Creeds out with a great looking corkscrew plancha. Then Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods set up Wilde for their finish, but Wilde chucks Woods out of the ring and then gets a schoolboy with the legs over Kofi's shoulders for the 1-2-3 for the LWO to pull off the upset win here. The crowd popped big for the win, as they didn't expect the LWO to get the victory here. This match went just over 9 minutes. It was fine. And the crowd was into LWO getting the win, just not so much the LWO before that. Any thoughts?
No, I thought this match, fucking Xavier Woods damn near broke Kofi Kingston's neck with that stupid fucking backflip stupid shit. Like,
that wasn't smart.
This match was almost like the epitome of this show. This shit was like, it had some cool spots in it. Like, it had a couple cool spots in it, like the double arm hook to leg pin, the double pin that Wilde tried to do. That shit was kind of fun. Like, Joaquin Wilde does some pretty cool things in the ring. Like, he does some really nice things in the ring. But
I was reminded when we were huge fans of him. Remember that 2014 Impact show that we went to at Hammerstein Ballroom, and we were doing the for DJZ. That was that's DJZ.
Oh shit! That's why they look like friends. That's what yo. The mind has a fucked up way of making you fucking come to terms with shit.
I literally saw your mind explode.
Like, they look like friends. These niggas do not look like professional wrestlers. And I know, because I am not a professional wrestler. And they just look like my homies.
I love the fact that I saw your mind explode when I told you Joaquin Wilde is DJZ.
Oh, wow. Yo, I love that, actually. I actually love. That's why that's why he's older. So he is not a young boy. He's an older head trying to be a young cat. Yo, I'm telling you, these minds have a fucked up way of putting this shit together. And that shit just happened. I had no idea that motherfucker was DJZ. And this nigga is damn near 40-something years old out here trying to be a fucking 25-year-old fucking Latino. Like, how? How is this happening? This nigga my age trying to be with the young boys. This nigga's about to enjoy his 43rd birthday, B.
Yo, I love that. That popped me so much. DJ Z, yep. You heard it here first. You got Aubrey James. He says, why the New Day champion rematch? They don't have their champion rematches, I guess he's trying to say. And Rhea Ripley didn't fight for one. Can you see the pattern? Only do this with the niggas. They give white people that automatic rematch.
I mean, we covered this extensively about like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
what was it, about 3 weeks ago at this point?
I'm like numb to the New Day and their treatment at this point. I'm just numb to it. I can just feel the numbness.
Don't see color. They see color, or they don't. He sees color and avoids it.
He goes the other way. He sees color. He goes the other way.
Avoids it. Yeah, that shit happened. That
You know what this match made me mad about? You remember when the Creed brothers was considered like the future of tag team wrestling? They have not got anything out of the American Made stable at all. The American Made stable was made
StreamYard is tripping right now, I think. See, why StreamYard don't want us to have fun?
Well, I see you were like frozen for the
Yeah, I was frozen for like I froze. You know what it is? It's that I'm starting when we start to figure shit out. StreamYard, and I think somebody from the WWE is tapped in on this show right now. And they're like, nah, I don't like this motherfucker. I don't like this aqua and purple motherfucker right here with that fake Superman shit in the back. I don't like him. We gonna fuck his whole internet up right now.
Exactly.
We told you they hate niggas, B. Told y'all this shit. They hate niggas, B.
It's like, I ain't letting these niggas say nothing.
These niggas gonna cut. They don't even pay my internet bill, and these niggas cutting off my internet.
No, what I was saying when you got frozen is this match didn't even make me upset about the New Day. It made me upset about the Creed brothers. Because you remember when they were considered like the future of tag team? They were the future of tag team wrestling, and they have gotten nothing out of this American Made.
I kind of forgot they was even in the match.
So sad.
Because the highlight reel had Ludwig pulling Dragon Lee. Then you had the New Day spot, and then the pin happened on Kofi. So I forgot the Creeds were even in the match.
Damn shame.
So I think the WWE also forgot too.
Yeah. Like Triple H, the fact that he's gotten away with all this shit, the New Day push and screwing that up. He screwed up John Cena's heel turn. He screwed up American Made when Chad Gable was one of the most over heels in the company last summer. And now look at him. He's injured and he hasn't really been pushed in a prominent way. And the Creed brothers were considered like the future of tag team wrestling like 2-3 years ago. And now they're just been in the same spot for 2 to 3 years. Don't get me started on New Catch Republic. You remember when Tyler Bate was considered one of the best young wrestlers in the game? Pete Dunne, the bruiserweight, was considered one of the best wrestlers in the game. Now they can't even get on TV.
I mean, are we surprised?
No.
Like tag team wrestling. Are we really surprised? Based off of what we get and based off because this is what fans like, not what WWE likes. If fans like it, oh, fuck them. Nah. Tag teams? Fuck them. Don't need them. Minorities? Fuck them. Don't need them.
Minorities. This was a race war, and he gave one to the Hispanics.
Bro, for what reason did they just immediately just take the tag team championships away from the Street Profits? Just they did that show on a random SmackDown. They just on a random SmackDown. Niggas didn't even lose the titles on a PLE. They just lost the shits on a SmackDown.
When was the last time the WWE tag team titles were defended on a PLE?
Yeah, WrestleMania?
No, Royal Rumble. They didn't get on. Remember, they didn't get on WrestleMania. It was Royal Rumble.
Oh, that was the Raw titles.
Yeah,
these niggas got 2 tag titles. They don't like no
when they
had
one and it was working out, but they decided to separate them. Oh my god!
This is just like this show. It's a clusterfuck. You feel the speed of the King of Kai yet? Like precipitously dropping?
Yes, I do. During the ad break, though, we get Vic Joseph, who introduces TNA World Champion Trick Williams. Trick Williams was booed heavy in Houston. This was meant to plug The Undertaker's appearance on tonight's NXT, also in Houston. Williams says that he didn't have a problem with The Undertaker, but he says that Taker has a problem with him. So let's talk about it if he wanted to. Taker acted like his knees didn't have an expiration date, and Trick needed to knock him out and knock his eyes to the back of his head again. He says he'll see him tomorrow night on NXT. Vic Joseph tries to talk some sense into Trick, who's feeling himself after retaining the TNA World Championship at Slammiversary. What did you think about Slammiversary ending with Trick Williams, a WWE star, holding on to the TNA World Championship, and TNA deciding not to crown Mike Santana in New York, the hometown hero?
I mean, not surprised whatsoever by that. Like, literally, WWE, once they get this is why I am so glad that a company like AEW is never going to work with these people, because they just have a death grip on results. Like, they just have a death grip on it, whether it makes sense or it don't, whether it's in someone's home or if it's not, whether they belong in your company or they don't. This TNA championship being held by Trick Williams is not helping TNA wrestling at all. It is not helping them. They can act like it is, can think it is, like, oh, our guy, oh, we sold out a 7,000 seat arena. There's not a champion from the company that is their champion. Their entire roster of great people like Moose, Santana, Joe Hendry, you can go on, keep going. And it's represented by an NXT person? Oh, I guess that's why, you know what, my bad. I'm going to take away all the minority stuff, because apparently that they love minorities, because they got Trick Williams as a champion for the third company that they fuck with.
Hey, yeah. And Eric Bischoff said TNA is just one TV deal away from being the number 2 wrestling promotion in the world.
Like, why was he even on this show? Like, yo, I'm starting to understand why I wasn't fucking with this episode.
I like Trick promo. Trick was funny.
I could care less about it. Like, you're talking to a damn near 60-year-old man, and like, not like y'all niggas is not about to have a program or some type of match. And God help Sid's fucking soul if they decide they're gonna have a match. Don't say you didn't mind this promo if this shit ends up turning into a match, nigga.
Yeah, I'll regret every word I just said. Adam Pearce is backstage. he sees Dominik Mysterio and he comes up to him. He tries to convince Dom to go get checked out by medical for a reevaluation, says that it will only take 5 minutes. Dom kept making excuses, saying that Raquel has called him. They need his help for their matchup, but Pierce told him to go get it done. Dom bumped into the custodian, and he just so happened to be AJ Styles, who was mopping up, who told him good luck and go get checked out. Dom ran off and says that he's still not cleared. New Day was baffled by the sight of AJ Styles working as a custodian, saying that he was always meant to be mopping floors anyway. They says the whole world is upside down. They complained about recent events on Raw and says that they needed something to restore things to normal. Grayson Waller then pops in and he informs them that Austin Theory was injured and was finally off his back because A-Town Down Under was no more. Waller offered them his services. The New Days was confused by this, but they did not dismiss him, as Grayson Waller called himself Big G and told him that they would he would go get their car and they can go shower and he'll take them help them leave the this arena. So after over 500 days of dissension and backstage segments and a whole bunch of bullshit between Waller and Theory, they break up a tag team in 2 seconds because he told somebody they are no more. After all of that, because Theory's injured, that's how we broke up A-Town Down Under. Now, I understand. There's some people out there that's going to be like, oh, no one cared about A-Town Down Under, so I don't mind them ending it in a mention. They cared enough to do the dissension plot and to tease them breaking up for over a fucking year. I fucking hate this company sometimes. I really do. I really do. JJ?
Why wasn't my man Romeo here to defend this shit? This show is falling so fast. We have already experienced the death of the New Day about a month ago. Then they don't get a rematch. Then they suffer a pinfall loss to the fucking LWO. And then we decide to have a camera fucking back there and have them hear them talking about their frustrations. To have Grayson fucking Waller interrupting? Grayson fucking Waller. Out of all, like, how random is this show? Like, yo, this show sucks, B. Like, oh my God. Out of all fucking people, you have Grayson fucking Waller interrupt them and talk about a bunch of nothing. Talk about, oh, the team A-Town Under is dead. Nigga, y'all been dead but together for 3 years. You've been killing Austin Theory's career for 2 years. And it's like, thank God he's fucking injured and he fucking got away from you vicariously through, and I hope he recovers and he becomes the greatest version of himself despite you setting him back for 2 years. Grayson Waller on my television already made me drop this show multiple points. Grayson Waller is a fucking bum, and he not only nuked the New Day fucking segment, he nuked Austin Theory, and he nuked this segment. I hate this motherfucker. I hate this motherfucker.
You don't like Big G?
Have y'all cup of tea. If I can have a shoey with him, all I fucking care.
To play devil's advocate, Annika says maybe they were trying to wait and see how hurt Austin Theory was before doing this angle. They didn't do an angle. They did nothing. They just said it.
This nigga couldn't even get the justice of getting turned on television. They couldn't even do Austin Theory the justice of getting turned on camera. This motherfucker is literally probably sitting at home and is like, oh, that just happened. This show, bro.
They did it for over 500 days. Like, yeah, Anakin, you could say, oh, they were trying to wait and see. And I know you're just playing devil's advocate. I know you don't really have belief in it too much. But, like, they were doing it for 500 days. 500 days. They at least, you can at least say they had like 30 days where they could have figured this out. Theory's only been injured for like 2-3 weeks. They could have finished this like a month ago. Waller's been hanging out with the New Day for a month. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. What is this show? What the hell is this show?
Mind you, we're like more than halfway through already. This show is more than halfway over. We're like probably an hour and 25 to an hour and like an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes into the show already.
Yes. Then we get someone who can lift our spirits a little bit. Becky Lynch is out here, and she's wearing red and yellow, which always marks me out.
Sorry, Becky, you got a lot on your plate right now.
Got to do a lot of heavy lifting here, Becky. She enters. She wanted the fans to show her some appreciation, but they boo her instead. She says she shouldn't even be here. Me too. She should be on the red carpet plugging her new movie, Happy Gilmore, that debuts on
what this show was.
That debuts on July 25th on Netflix. Instead, she was in Houston, Texas. She did things she didn't want to do because that's what leaders did. She put over her slick victory at Evolution. And she's like, it's not only her that's saying it's her slickest victory, it's other people are saying it as well. People accuse her of keeping others down. But just look at Lyra Valkyria. She was the one guarding everyone else's opportunities. Valkyria already has an Intercontinental title shot, and now she was getting a tag title shot. She wondered who would even need 2 belts. And she's like, whoa. This is a little bit different than how she was Becky 2 belts walking out of MetLife Stadium with 2 titles back at WrestleMania 35, the whole MetLife Stadium, the home of this year's SummerSlam, because Valkyria was just selfish. Lynch called out Lyra as she came out to actually a good ovation, people doing the woos. Lynch said that she made Lyra a star, but that free ride ended at SummerSlam. Lynch said that if Valkyria lost at SummerSlam, she can never challenge for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship again. The same stipulation that Lyra gave her at Money in the Bank. Valkyria says that she learned that whenever she thought she had dealt with a problem, it came back to haunt her. Maybe she didn't take things far enough. So she accepted Becky's terms, but she had some terms of her own. No disqualification, no countouts. There must be a winner. Lynch accepted. Becky then said that this was the most important match involving this title because it would dictate the future of the title. Lynch wanted to be the bigger person and told Lyra to shake her hand. Lyra went to shake her hand, but Becky tried for a cheap shot. Lyra was able to catch her, seeing it coming, and laid her out with a manhandle slam, hitting Becky with her own move. I like this segment, but I also don't like this segment. The only reason I don't like this segment is because how many no DQ matches is there going to be at SummerSlam? You literally have a triple threat. That's no DQ. You literally have a street fight in the main event of night 2. And then this one is no DQ, no countout. Why couldn't we get like a submission match? Why couldn't we get best 2 out of 3 fall? Something that makes more sense for this storyline. This just seems like a added on stipulation for a rivalry that really did not dictate having a no DQ, no count out matchup, especially on a show that already has a no DQ, no count out matchup in a street fight. What did you think about it? I thought Becky did well. I thought Lyra did well, but I just have an issue with the stipulation. What did you think?
Segment was okay. One thing that I know this is a pure troll job. She knows what she's doing. But I hate seeing this red and yellow keeping this motherfucker alive, and it's not this guy. Because she's not.
I love it. I love that she's embraced. Superman. She's embraced this as
she's
her.
She's not dressed as Superman. She's dressed as Terrence from Florida.
She's Becky Hogan. It's the fans' fault. The fans made this up.
The fans are fucking nerds for this. Because now she's giving us red and yellow every week, mocking you motherfucking internet nerds. And now we got to fucking suffer through another probably 5-6 months of Terrence from Florida apparel. Which is great. But segment was okay. And I'm surprised you don't see what they're trying to do with all of these stipulations and street fights. You know, every few months, the WWE needs to do a monster haul of cuts because they have to make financial decisions, right? Mm-hmm. They're trying to find a way to get rid of all the referees and replace them with AI. So if they replace all the referees and get AI bots in there, all they got to do is be there for the pinfall or the submission. They ain't got to pay attention to shit else. And they get rid of all the humans.
Good point. I know this match is going to be great. I do agree.
It's like 39 fucking no DQ street fights. I'm telling you, and by 2027, we're going to have AI robot referees. This show is building for the future of the WWE.
Pretty much. We got breaking news. Safet saying that Ozzy Osbourne passed away. I've been hearing he was sick for a while. So,
damn.
All right. R.I.P. to Ozzy Osbourne. Thoughts and prayers, condolences to his family, friends, and fans. So, damn. I grew up on the Osbournes. That was one of my favorite reality shows.
King of Rock, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, crazy.
I remember seeing him on Celebrity Deathmatch all the time, eating bats' heads.
It's a show if it wasn't already on a downer already.
Then we got Death as well. We got King of the North who says, JJ, I can't wait till we get hologram referees. The hologram ref bumps will be fire.
I'm telling you, yo. That's what 30 referees they get to cut.
That's true. They're saving a lot more money.
Money they get to save. All remember, financial decisions. They have to do whatever they can to be able to afford the talent. The talents that they wanted, the same talent that they're asking to take pay cuts for. Nigga that carried their company for 5 motherfucking years straight. They like, this year, can you take a pay cut and not get the money that we've been paying you for the billions that you've put in our pocket? Can you give us a bit of that fraction that we're giving you?
I mean, Visa Trips books like he uses AI anyway. This episode, definitely.
This episode.
Then we got WWE Women's Tag Team Championships up for grabs. The Judgment Days, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defend against Lyra, Valkyria, and Bayley. The Judgment Day had Dominik Mysterio in their corner. Lyra became distracted by Bayley as she urged the crowd to do the woos from Lyra's entrance. Rodriguez capitalized. She threw Valkyria over the top rope and distracted the referee referee as Perez got some cheap shots in. Bayley made a hot tag after the commercial break, and the crowd was actually booing her offense since Raquel and Roxanne were from Texas. They were the hometown heroes in this one. Even though they weren't getting along earlier, you had Bayley and Lyra. They started working well with one another. Lyra hits Roxanne with a big sit-out powerbomb, but instead of making the cover, she tags in Bayley, who comes off the top rope with an elbow drop. She did, but Rodriguez broke up the cover. Lyra confronted Dom outside of the ring, and Rodriguez tried to boot Lyra, but she was able to duck, so Raquel booted Dom instead by accident. Raquel called for medical to check on Dom. The first it was like a medic for a woman medic, but then AJ Styles shows up as a medic and aggressively starts pumping Dom's chest with compressions until Dom managed to escape. AJ runs after him. Meanwhile, as the referee's distracted with all of that, Becky Lynch comes back out. She distracts. She uses the distraction to chuck Lyra into the ring steps and basically leaving Bayley on her own. Roxanne used that distraction to roll up Bayley, but Bayley kicked out and applied a cradle of her own for a 2 count. Raquel made a blind tag, but Bayley wasn't able to see it. So when she hits Roxanne with the Bayley to belly, Raquel comes in and plants her with the Tejada bomb for the 1-2-3. Roxanne and Raquel pick up the victory here. I thought last week Bayley and Lyra stole the show with their 2 out of 3 falls matchup. This match did not go as well. I thought it was solid overall, but there was a lot of spots that felt very clunky, and it felt like the middle portion of this matchup, the crowd really wasn't into this, and them kind of cheering for the heels and booing Bayley in this one kind of also made the vibes a little bit weird on this one. Like I said, overall the work was solid and the story they told was decent enough, but it just didn't click as well as last week.
Yeah, it was okay, but this was a pretty janky match. This just felt weird. Just the setup of this, like, why are Bayley and Lyra tagging? And then here we go again, like Bayley is having selective memory. She approaches Lyra, makes a tag match without telling Lyra. Then she gets into the match, and then she takes the pinfall. Bayley, what the fuck? What the fuck has happened to? What the fuck are they doing to Bayley again?
I really hope, like, I don't want to be this disappointed in somebody, but if Bayley re-signs with this company next year, I might have to give up the fandom. I might have to give up my Bayley fan club.
You know what? It's almost like if she re-signs with the company, she deserves it.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
This is abysmally bad. Like, this is. You're not even booking her mid-card good. Like this is so disgustingly bad that it almost becomes comical. Like, Bayley is almost becoming a joke. And she's going to be my LVP, just so you know. But this was, what the fuck was this night for her? Like, what the fuck was this? TV time? That's basically what this was. TV time? You got TV time. So that, take it, and you, whatever the fuck happens, it's on you. Because it's you.
To be fair, King of the North, when Mercedes walks out, she's she's injured. She's on the sidelines. King of the North saying she deserves it now for not walking out with Mercedes. No, I wouldn't say that.
It wasn't this abysmal at this time.
That too. Yeah, like, she came back and she was pushed as the top heel of the women's division.
And mind you, 2 years ago, WrestleMania 40, she won the Royal Rumble that year. She won the women's world champion. So she was even though her booking leading into all of that was underwhelming,
her booking after that was not that good either.
It's like as soon as she lost that women's world championship, the sky has completely fallen.
I felt like the sky was already leaving when she won the women's championship. They stopped. Yeah, when she was champion, they did. Remember, they didn't even put her on the poster to WrestleMania with her after winning the Royal Rumble.
They at least gave her a shirt. They gave her a shirt.
Here you go. Here's a t-shirt. Shut up.
Here's your t-shirt for the Rumble. Here's your t-shirt for Mania. Go fucking be happy.
Chuck Berries, thank you so much for the huge super chat donation. We appreciate the support. He says, damn it, 2026 cannot get here fast enough. Cole is pushing this bad luck narrative for Bayley, but all this is 2023 booking all over again. Are they really going to turn her heel off this bullshit? SMH, hashtag Bayley. Poor Bayley. I think that this is leading to Bayley probably aligning with Becky Lynch against the younger stars.
And she's always the fall girl.
Yeah.
Like she's always, if she aligns with Becky, she's going to be the fall girl in that.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck do you become a fall girl to Lyra? Yo, her booking is literally like, shut up, woman, and go in the kitchen. It's literally,
shut up, woman, get in the kitchen.
It's literally what they're booking her as. You're on TV, you're getting paid, shut up and go in the ring and go do what you're told. If that ain't shut up, woman, and go in the kitchen booking, I don't know what the fuck is.
You make some valid points, sir. I can't say you're wrong. It doesn't feel like she is of high priority for
she
WWE.
Has no influence on what happens.
No.
She is given it, and if she has an opinion on it, you're gonna get the 2025 response. So, we'll take it into consideration. Soon as she walks out, man, fuck what she said.
It's like, what the fuck was she talking about? She crazy? Who the fuck she thinks she talking to?
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It is so like that sounded bad coming out of my mouth, right? That sounded really bad, but it's what's really happening to her.
I would hope, Christopher. I know you're a big Bayley fan, but I don't know.
Yo, that's that's like a 50-50. That's not even a guarantee. Because
she's so loyal. She's so loyal to WWE.
Yeah.
For what reason? I don't know. I don't know anymore why she's so loyal.
This show is oh god, there's more.
Isaiah World says Mercedes and Pam winning the AEW Women's Tag Titles going to hit like my mama fourth ex-husband.
Yo, she better not go at AEW and call herself Pam.
Family. She gonna call herself Family instead of Family.
I will hate you because if that shit comes to life, I will hate you forever for that.
She can't be Bayley. Bayley's owned by WWE, so she'll just go by her real name.
She's gonna have to go by something else. Jesus Christ, she goes by Paley. Like, oh my god, Pamela.
Pamela.
Pamela. What the fuck? And this is why we don't book. Because they go out there looking like motherfucking clowns.
All right, Jackie Redmond is interviewing Sami Zayn, who is back this week, who she thought was out indefinitely. Zayn admitted that he wasn't 100% and should probably take more time off, but he was sick of Karrion Kross, and Kross was the reason he wasn't on Raw last week. And if he was on the show, he would have won the gauntlet. Zayn didn't want to wait any longer to get his hands on Kross, so that led into our matchup here. Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn, a rematch from Night of Champions. Zayn wrestled with his ribs taped. There were dual chants early in the matchup with the crowd chanting, "Let's go, Sami." With the crowd chanting,
this chat is not in a good mood.
The crowd chanting, "Let's go, Sami, let's go, Kross." Kross stopped his mountain punches so he could hear the fans chanting for him. Zayn would hit an Arabian press, but did the pose of Sabu, which Michael Cole said, and I quote, "That's a homage," but didn't say who the homage was for. I guess he forgot that it's for Sabu, who literally just passed away very recently. Scarlett kicks Zayn right in the injured ribs, so Kross takes over the matchup. Sami Zayn makes his comeback after commercial break. He hits him with the exploder in the corner. They were really close to the ropes, and Kross landed awkwardly. I think his face hit the rope or the buckles because his nose started to bleed. Meanwhile, with the referee distracted with Sami, you get Scarlett handing Kross a pipe. Zayn goes for the Aluva kick, but Scarlett grabs his leg. The referee is distracted by this, arguing with Scarlett instead of sending her to the back and calling for a DQ. With the distraction, Kross hits Zayn in the ribs with the pipe. He covers him for the 1-2-3. After the matchup, Kross rubbed the blood from his nose over his face for effect. He then kissed Scarlett, who wound up with some blood on her face, and she used her finger to make a streak of blood down her cheek. I'm guessing they were told not to play up the blood again like this, but they did it anyway. This match sucked. This is probably one of the worst Sami Zayn matches I've ever seen, honestly. Like, this was not good. This was very dull, and the crowd that started off into the matchup with "Let's go, Sami" and "Let's go, Kross" chants, they got quieter and quieter as the match went on.
And this is going to be the problem when you try to push Karrion Kross. Once the bell rings, it goes south.
Yeah.
Really south. And we want Kross. It's all over the place. It's all over every city. He's such a great character, but it's like that in-ring is so boring. It's so boring. Like, and it's not even like demonic boring. It's not even like heel pace boring. It's just boring. And if that's the kind of matches that you're like, not gonna be doing. Like, how you gonna give me leg locks and shit? Like, you're a heel, bro, and you're a hoss fighter, and you're giving me heel locks, and you're like, what are we doing? You're supposed to be a villainized badass. Like, you're supposed to be the devil we know. Fuck you doing rest holds for, bruh?
All this match just gave me so much Bray Wyatt vibes, and God bless his soul. And people go ham for Bray Wyatt. They love Bray Wyatt, and I love Bray Wyatt. But Bray Wyatt, I said it before, I'll say it again. He was the greatest and then the bell rings wrestler, maybe of all time, maybe even better than Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, Karrion Kross very much feels like and then the bell rings wrestler.
Yeah, and it's like it doesn't seem like it's improving. Like, and that's the dangerous part, is that it doesn't, like, you put him in the ring. Like, Sami Zayn is supposed to be a guy that you can just display your whole arsenal on. Like, he's a guy that you're supposed to, like, oh shit. Like, you're supposed to have an oh shit type of feel. Like, when you see Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn scrap it out, you see some whole shit moments. Even a fucking Brunson Reed and Sami Zayn match, you kind of get what Brunson Reed's arsenal can look like. You don't get no involvement with a Karrion Kross match. Like, there's nothing different. It's literally the same exact shit. And it's like whether he's fucking 6 feet, 210 pounds, or he's 6'9" and 330. You're getting the exact same fucking match. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. And that's what I said 2 weeks ago. I said this shit too. I was like, no, what was it last week? I think when I had to pop in, I was like, oh, I'm a mark for Scarlett. Yeah, I'm a mark for Scarlett as a fan, because that shit was sick. Like seeing the blood streaked and all that shit all over, like that code red shit. That shit is sick. That's some sick shit.
He's like, I'm into that.
That's some sick shit. That's like, I'll watch it. I will never be a part of that.
I think you, Annika asking, so what do you do with him? Because the fans are behind him. Yeah, he's grown a connection with the fans. He's gotten over. You have to either keep the matches very short and sweet to the point where he dominates, goes in, goes out, or you have to properly lay out the matches where it highlights his strengths and hides his weaknesses. This was very much the Jade Cargill special of you were highlighting the weaknesses and hiding his strengths. It wasn't going to work. And him just being dominant and working holds, that's not where his bread and butter is at. He's had good matches outside of WWE. He's even had a couple of decent matches in WWE. But you have to highlight his strengths to do that. And this match did not do that. This was a bad match.
And on top of that, like, you have a Sami Zayn that is fucked up. He's supposed to be fucked up.
Yeah.
Why do you need a steel pipe to beat him?
Yeah.
Like, this should have been a display of Sami Zayn coming back too soon. And Karrion Kross lays the lumber on him, whips his ass with Saida suplexes, the shit that he's very known for, and his high-impact moves, and makes Sami regret coming in early. Ends the match by putting him in a cross jacket that makes him internally bleed.
Yep.
Like, he's not hard to book. It's what the WWE does, and don't pay attention to Styles. They obviously don't pay attention to Styles.
No.
And they just said, here, just go do your thing and do like rest holds and just make the match last 8 minutes. Just make it last 8 minutes. And
just make it last 8 minutes. We'll fix it in post. Basically, that's what they tell.
Karrion has a plethora of offense. And for whatever fucking reason, they're not allowing him to display it. He is much better in the ring than what you saw. And this is what they consistently have him go out and do.
This was a dull match. Very dull.
Like, he could even be a striker. They don't even have him be a striker. Like they have him do nothing that highlights his size, his stature, his strength, his look, his character. Fuck you got him doing rest holds for? Supposed to be a devil.
Wrestled in like a match that lasted what? It lasted 10 minutes. Why do we need rest holds? Backstage, you see Finn Balor and JD McDonough. They met with Dom. A pissed off Adam Pearce told Dom that he's had enough. He needs to go to medical now and threatened to take the Intercontinental Championship if he doesn't go. Dom was upset, but he left. Balor looked concerned, but asked Dom to get them some lollipops. Then we would get, after the Zayn versus Kross matchup, Pierce and AJ Styles were met with the medic, who said that he needed more time to finish his paperwork before he could clear Dom. But then Pierce and Styles were eager for the results, so Dom suddenly came from behind AJ and hits him from behind, laying him out, and confidently accepted the match at SummerSlam, saying, "See you at SummerSlam." This was a weak payoff. Like, why would Dom avoid the match for a fucking month? For most of this show, this whole entire show, this was a show-long narrative throughout the night with multiple backstage segments, with the stuff in the women's tag team title matchup, and then it's been going on for a whole month on television every week with AJ dressing up and hiding behind things and stalking him. So he pushed for this. He's basically been hiding out from AJ, and all of a sudden he just says, "No, you know what? Make it official, because we only have 2 weeks left before SummerSlam." This was just lazy.
This is right up WWE's alley. This was weak as fuck. And all of that to get a get back. One hit. And
One hit, he's down.
AJ's laid out. God forbid Dom hits him at SummerSlam. Oh my God.
He hits him from behind, it might be over.
Oh my God. We need some help. That nigga Adam Pearce really called for help. He called for help because he hit AJ one time. And it wasn't even with the belt.
No.
I dare him, if I ever get hit by somebody one time and somebody screaming for a medic, just take my whole fucking man card away.
Medic.
One hit. That nigga was lights out. From Dominik Mysterio?
He knows how to hit people from behind, I guess. I don't know.
From Dominik Mysterio. That
he knows how to
is about 25 to 30 pounds bigger than Baby Seth.
He knows how to hit people from behind. Just ask Liv. Texas rapper That Mexican OT is in the front row. So is Jim Mattress Machiavel. He's also in the crowd. Some fans start chanting Mattress Mac. Apparently he runs a furniture store in the local area. Then we get Iyo Sky, the former WWE Women's World Champion, in our first match since Evolution, going one-on-one with Stephanie Vaquer. The two women have a very good back and forth exchange early on, with Vaquer getting the better of Sky during a break. At one point, the crowd cheered because they thought she was going for Devil's Kiss, but she wasn't. I love how much the crowd is anticipating Devil's Kiss during these matches. You get Iyo with the tope suicida to the outside. Vaquer rolled outside, and Sky then hit an Ice-Eye moonsault, followed by a missile dropkick and then a double foot stomp. Vaquer responded with a German suplex, but Sky no-sold it and hits one of her own. Sky tried to kill Vaquer with a sunset flip powerbomb to the outside, but Vaquer blocks it. Vaquer instead hits a knee drop and then knees to the chest. She then follows up with the Devil's Kiss on the apron to the delight of the fans. She goes for SVP, but Sky is able to counter into a similar move where she does the double underhook into a backbreaker for a 2 count. The crowd at this point is chanting, "This is awesome." Sky went for a moonsault off the top rope over the moonsault, but Vaquer was able to cut her off. She hits an avalanche reverse vertical suplex off the middle rope, which looked awesome. You then get Secret Service comes down to the ring. They march down to ruin this matchup. Vaquer knocks Viper Niven and Alba Fire off the apron, but from behind comes Chelsea Green to deck Vaquer, causing a disqualification. The heels beat up Vaquer until Iyo Sky actually helps her out and wipes out Chelsea with a missile dropkick. Vaquer and Sky double dropkick Nevin out of the ring. Iyo and Stephanie stood tall together until WWE Women's World Champion Naomi decks Sky from behind, who knocks into Vaquer, knocking her to the floor. Nevin and Fire put the boots to Vaquer on the outside, while Naomi starts choking and attacking Iyo in the ring, until the music of Rhea Ripley hits and she gets a monster pop from this Houston crowd. She comes out, she runs wild, she lays out Piper Niven, Alba Fire, and Naomi. Sky and Vaquer attack Green as all three women lay her out, with Rhea ending it with a riptide as the three top baby faces of the women's division on Raw stand tall here. I thought the post-match was really good. The match was really good. Iyo and Stephanie have great chemistry with one another, and Iyo Sky, like has been said multiple times since Evolution, she is one of, if not the best wrestler on the planet right now. She just needs to wrestle more and needs matches that actually end with a finish, because I couldn't get into this and enjoy this as much as I wanted to, because I knew from the moment it was announced we were not getting a finish. So I couldn't invest in it the way that I wanted to. But they gave them 15 minutes. They looked great in the matchup. They really worked well with one another. So I want to see the actual matchup that these two previous matches has been building up to. But the post-match was really well done. They used all the different characters that are in this WWE Women's World Title scene very well here. And that Rhea Ripley pop was unreal. She's right behind Roman for the biggest pop on this show. What did you think?
I mean, this was a different type of like good for me when this was a good match. Like, but I loved seeing this odd chemistry that these two have. Like, they just know how to kind of like, they were being like ring gymnasts for a little while. Like, and I was digging that because it was very different, and it was not something that you usually see, like with matches like this. And this was a really kind of great first gear, and then they was able to step into gear 2, but you knew this match would not hit gear 3. You knew this match wasn't going to get to gear 3 because, one, obviously it's WWE. And then second, this is Monday Night Raw, so they're not going to give this match the finish that a PLE will give it. These two are going to have to finish this out on the PLE. It was okay. So it wasn't technically 2 devil's kisses. It was actually 1. She just broke it up 5 and 5. So she did 5 and 5.
She did 1 on the apron and then 1 in the ring.
This is usually 10. That's for the Gooners. She does 10. She does 10 odds. But she did 5 on the apron and 5 in the ring. She still did 10. She's very strategic with that shit. She ain't give you a fucking 1 beat more.
It's like you're asking for too much if you ask for 1 beat more.
Like literally only watching her matches just for that, and I think you are missing out on somebody that is really, really good in the ring. Yeah. And I think that is being overshadowed by the Gooner move. And the Gooner move,
I love it's the Gooner move.
It's the Gooner move. Like, it's the Gooner move. Like, it's the shit that fucking. It's like basically the most over secondary finisher in the fucking company right now.
It's the most over signature move in WWE right now.
Yeah. So like, she has such a fucking versatile style, and you can see that she's only gonna put that out for the female wrestlers that is up to par. And you could see some of the displays of how smooth she is in the ring. She's like, she's too smooth. And that could almost be a detriment to some of her matches. Because if you're not going to fight her, you're not going to wrestle Iyo Sky every week. So you can't have this kind of display. And there's like 80% of the chicks that she's going to get in the ring with is not going to be able to hang with the gymnast activities that she does. So she can't pull any of this shit off. So Like, I love watching it because I know you're not going to get to see that very often because she's not going to be in a ring with Iyo Sky very often.
Yeah.
So it was a really fun to watch. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to get the payoff probably 2, 3, 4 months down the road in an actual PLE for a championship at some time whenever they decide to put the belt on one of these two women, because that's the only way that that match will happen on the PLE is if it's for a championship.
Yeah. They're not gonna blow this off on TV. Anytime they book this matchup on TV, you could just assume it's gonna end like this. They're two of the very best. Stephanie, as far as in the ring, Stephanie and Iyo are the two best on Monday Night Raw. I think you could throw like Rhea when she's on her game, and Roxanne Perez when she's on her game. Lyra Valkyria is another one. Becky, Bayley, like this. The women's division on Monday Night Raw is the best in WWE right now.
There's some like women there's like good, like character good, like really like fluid. And you have like the Rhea Ripley's that is really great character-wise, punch. Like she's really good at what she does, but just pure, like even like it's unfortunate that girls like Ivy Nile is not popular because Ivy Nile is a damn good wrestler, like a damn good wrestler she is, but she's just not. As long as she's with those buffoons, she's never gonna fucking have any fucking shine. But you got her, you got Lyra Valkyria, you know, Becky can do that, but I don't think she's as advanced as like those other girls. But Becky, I think
Becky's smarter.
Have that kind of style.
She works a smarter style.
Yeah, yeah. Like there's some girls that's like they're like gymnast good, and then you got ones that's like character really great, and obviously that's why Rhea is the best because she just has it all. She just has the whole package, and people fantasize about her. So you got that too.
She got all of the above. Yeah, as far as the Stephanie Vaquer, it is getting into kind of like you said, Gunner move territory with the Devil's Kiss, because that was like got the biggest reaction is when the fans thought that she was gonna go for it. They got to play it out. They got to play it out where they can do that and get them engaged into the matchup. And they were able to do that towards the end of this matchup. They were really into it. But then you kind of felt the air coming out of the room when Secret Service came down the aisle. And then they brought them right back by hitting the Rhea Ripley button.
Yeah. That the Secret Service did their job. They completely deflated the match. They did their job. Chelsea looked great, by the way, but they did their job. But they fucked up what should have been really special. And unfortunately, Houston is never going to get to see that finish.
Nope. The announcers go through the SummerSlam card, which I think has like 9 to 10 matches already. So they're spreading it out. They probably only need like 2 to 4 more matches to fill out both nights. Probably both nights be like 6 matches, 7 matches. On
one of these nights is going to be whack as fuck.
I think they can figure out a way to balance it out. I think Becky and Lyra is going to be great. I think Punk and Gunther should be great. The triple threat for the ladies, the women's world championship matchup with Naomi, Rhea, and Iyo should be fantastic.
I
think that's it.
Yeah, Cena and Cody. Yeah, Cena and Cody.
No, I won't be saying that, sir. I won't be saying Cena and Cody. I won't be saying Tiffany and Jade. You won't hear me say that.
What about the probably going to be announced on social media match? What we're going to probably cover now.
Yeah,
probably going to be announced on social media.
It definitely will. I was like, we're not going to announce it here, so we're going to probably announce it on social media.
So out of all the jobs Adam Pearce did tonight, he couldn't do and finish his job. They ran over already.
You couldn't add like one more minute to just be like, at SummerSlam. Like, come But yes, the closing segment, so they hyped it up throughout the night. They showed clips of Paul Heyman turning on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. They talked about how Roman would be here on Raw throughout the night. And then Paul Heyman came out first with the Braun Stars. Heyman had a lot to say, he says, but he was quickly interrupted by the music of Roman Reigns. Huge pop, the loudest of the night from this Houston, Texas crowd. He gets loud OTC chants, which Heyman stopped speaking, but he could have said everything he needed in the time it took Roman to get to the ring. Heyman told Reigns when he finally got into the ring and he was settled that Seth Rollins would be gone and would be out of action for a long time. So he said that there was an opening, and that opened up a leadership opportunity. That meant that they could fix all of this. They could get back together because Reigns knew they were better together than opposing one another. Heyman told Roman that I love you, my tribal chief. The crowd chanted, you sold out, you sold out, you sold out. It didn't seem like the Braun Stars were too enthused on this, but they didn't kind of object in any way. Then we get Roman Reigns, who said, first of all, let me tell H-Town, acknowledge me. And of course they did. Breaker was visibly bored by this as Heyman raised his finger in the air to acknowledge his tribal chief. Reigns says that Heyman wasn't a wise man anymore. He was just a dumbass. This pissed off Breaker, who was held back by Heyman and Reed. Reigns called him Junior and told him to settle down, Junior. Reigns advised Breaker to sit under the learning tree and listen, because Heyman would do the same thing to Breaker as he did to him. When Breaker was the man on top in a few years, Heyman would take all the credit for his efforts. Reigns had heard a lot of people trying to take credit for creating the tribal chief. He could say firmly that it wasn't because of Heyman. He was still the tribal chief because the fans still acknowledged him, which is probably the first time that we got anything that could be misconstrued as a babyface promo from Roman, with him acknowledging the fans are the reason he's the tribal chief. Reigns says that he was the greatest champion to step foot in the ring, and he admitted that Heyman had a part in that, but Heyman didn't help him keep the title. Yes, he did. He says that the Usos did. Solo Sikoa did. Hell, even Sami helped out. The crowd yeeted for the Usos. Reigns finally lost the title after 4 years. He didn't tuck his tail between his legs and go home like he said. He went home and raised the future bloodline. Bloodline was family. The dumbass Heyman thought that they were just another faction or wrestling group like he's created here. But you couldn't create the bloodline. That was God's work. They held Breaker back once again as Reigns again told him to back down. Reigns said Heyman was always a friend and a business partner to the bloodline. And that's the part that pisses him off, because it was Reigns was the one who accepted him in as family. Heyman threw it all away for his best friend, who he hadn't even talked to in 10 years. Reigns didn't ever want to hear anyone say he ruined the bloodline. Paul Heyman ruined the bloodline. Breaker steps in front of Heyman and he asks for the microphone. He puts his hand out like Roman used to, and Heyman hands him the mic. He told Reigns nobody wanted him here anymore. Reigns was yesterday's news. His prime was 5 years ago, and he was taking up Braun's time in the ring. Heyman wouldn't stab him in the back because he had value around here, while Roman was worthless. Braun says he's the big dog now, and he told Roman to do what he does best and leave. Reigns thought about it, And then he gets on the mic and he says that he didn't hear Breaker. So he offered him his mic instead. As Reigns chucked it into the air at Braun, he then decks him with the Superman punch. He attacked Bronson Reed, but then he turns around to Breaker, spearing him out of his his Jordans with a big spear. Breaker held down Reigns as Reed went to the top rope after laying in some punches. He went to the top rope and it was about to deliver a tsunami when the music of Jey Uso hits. Jey doesn't pull a Jeff Hardy and start dancing or yeeting. He runs down to the ring to make the save. Jey hits a super kick on Braun. He spears him, and then we get a double spear by Jey and Roman to both Bronson and Braun, laying out the Braun stars. Jey then helps Roman to his feet as Jey's music hits as they stand tall in the ring with the Braun stars recovering in front of Paul Heyman on the floor. The crowd loved Roman Reigns here, but God damn, this was a lot of revisionist history here. This was just like, there was also a line where he said that Heyman killed the bloodline because of his best friend who he hadn't talked to in 10 years. And I assume he's meant Punk. So he's not even referring to Heyman's real betrayal at WrestleMania. He's saying that the betrayal happened before WrestleMania when he just followed through on a promise that was only because Roman needed a fifth man for War Games. This was gaslighting at its best. Like, there was parts of this where this is like the closest Roman has gotten to a babyface, but this was also parts of this that was very confusing. As someone who's a Roman Reigns fan, this promo was so disjointed, where he's partly still the gaslighting manipulator who's saying that Paul Heyman never helped him hold on to the title, when he in fact definitely did. He definitely helped him during the Brock Lesnar feud. He definitely did that. The whole Brock Lesnar feud was about who Paul Heyman was going to help, and he helped Roman Reigns instead of Brock Lesnar. That was the whole point of the feud.
I think Kevin Owens will have something to say about that too.
Kevin Owens, the last man standing match at Royal Rumble 2021. Like, come on, yo. Like, come on. This was gaslighting. This was cap. This was gaslighting. This was revisionist history at its finest. And you basically put a bucket of cold water on the hot angle that you had at WrestleMania, where Paul Heyman actually turned on him. What the fuck? Roman is just so much full of aura and just feels like the biggest superstar ever. So you can hide behind the fact that this crowd just went crazy and didn't really listen to what he was actually saying. But when you actually invest and take time to break down everything, there was so much BS in what he was saying. It was unreal. Braun Breaker was the better of the two wrestlers who cut promos here, because Braun Breaker had a message. He was concise. He's delusional to think that Paul Heyman won't turn on him, but at least he's playing up his character of being this naive big dog who thinks he's the boss around before he's ever kind of accomplished anything. I appreciate that he played to his character. Roman Reigns is not a babyface, and he's positioned as the biggest babyface. It's very confusing.
The aura was there. Superstar feeling was there. Big moment was there. And then the conversation happened. And this is kind of starting to feel a little bit more like they are playing the fence of if and when and how long Seth Rollins is going to be out for. Because this story had no mention of Seth Rollins whatsoever.
Yeah, the only acknowledgement was Heyman offering him the leadership spot, which never even felt like a real offer.
Yeah,
it just felt very hollow.
Yeah. So something is telling me that Seth is going to be out for a little bit. Like, because to not even mention his name once throughout all of this.
No, he did. He said Seth was going to be out of action for a long time.
I mean, that's
the only mention.
That's what Heyman said. I'm talking about Roman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Roman did not mention.
Roman didn't say his name at all. And that's your culprit. That's your big fish that you're supposed to be kind of hunting here, and doesn't mention his name once, period. And tries to take a different spin on it and blame everything on the only attachment that Roman has in this entire ring, which is Paul Heyman. Because there's no attachment to anyone else. There's no attachment to Braun Breaker. There's no attachment to Bronson Reed. There's no attachment to them in the bloodline. Like, so Roman is trying to make a new story, apparently, because this ain't factual news that he spoke.
No,
there was
nothing about this that was factual.
He wasn't speaking facts. Like, you couldn't watch that shit and it was like, facts, Roman. Yeah, OTC. It's my dog. Hell yeah, spit that shit. Bro, that whole dialogue was cap. All of it. The whole dialogue was cap. Except him holding the championship for 4 years. That was the only part that was not cap. And it just felt empty. Like, the words felt empty because it didn't feel like something that is going to carry over for a long time. It doesn't feel like this. Felt like a moment compared to a story. And I don't think this is this is definitely, to me, not giving story vibe. This is giving a moment. And they're going to intertwine. They're going to have this match that's in 12 or 13 days or whatever it is. And Lord knows what the fuck he's going to do after this. He might take another 2-3 months off. Because what the fuck is he going after? Like, the only...
I think Street Fighter starts filming later in August.
Which means he might be out for the rest of the year. Might come back for the Royal Rumble. Right in time for WrestleMania season. Where they might do Cody and Roman Part 3. They might end off the trilogy.
Yeah.
Roman is he's in a weird place right now without Seth Rollins. Because he has nothing to do. And the bloodline...
I think they're trying to create the story. They're trying to create the story of Roman and Braun Breaker. Which I think it was effective from Braun's point of view in this promo, and the fact that Roman acknowledged that he's going to be on top in a few years, that put over that he sees the future for Braun there as well. But they got to put more into it, and they have to create a narrative between them.
And they're gonna have a match, Braun and Roman. They're gonna have a match. Yes, they're gonna have one. But is it gonna mean anything? Like, usually if there's something on the line, that's a different story. But if these two just go at it in a grudge match, that to me is Roman scaling down in a massive way. Like, Roman is main event. Like, that's the guy that's supposed to, when you get his name on a marquee, that's your ticket seller right there. That's your ticket seller right there. And this stage, not saying it won't be big for like WrestleMania 43 or something like that, but this stage, those two aren't big enough to sell out a show. Like, I just don't. I mean, Roman's just appearing somewhere, he probably will sell it out. But the match itself, it's not enough in the tank yet. Like, they don't have any history yet. Like, this is brand new for Roman. Like, this is like brand new. This is outside of bloodline work. He hasn't done anything outside of bloodline work in 5 years. This is going to be different. This is going to be different. And this is where the Seth Rollins injury is going to fuck his story up for however long Seth is out for. Because Seth is what gave like Roman like that true kayfabe anger. And he could really pass that into a story and really be hot at something. He can't even be mad at Brunson Reed and Braun Breaker. He can't be mad at them.
He has nothing to be mad at Brunson for.
A young him and them. So it's like, I can't be mad at them. Like, yeah, I would attack me too if I was the biggest thing in the game. So it's like, he can't even be mad at an attack. Like, they didn't betray him. They ain't like him to begin with. So
I just think that he messed up by, like, I agree. Like, that him not mentioning Seth Rollins is the first time that I've had any indication that Seth might be injured.
And that's what that's what I'm feeling. And I've been feeling this from jump that Seth is actually injured, but I just don't know, like, if he still hasn't even done the MRI yet. It said last time he was on a show, it said his leg was too swollen to do an MRI. He still hasn't done the MRI yet. So we don't even know the severity of what is happening. And like, again, I will not believe the report when they announce it from the WWE, because they're going to over exaggerate it.
Yeah.
They're going to, whatever it is, he's going to be out a year, according to WWE. Whatever it is, he's going to be out of action for 9 months to a year. Cap. But something is wrong. Something is wrong. And whether it's 3 months, 2.5 months, 4 months, they can't put a stamp on it. And that's why I think we got the story that we got last night from Roman, because they can't put a timeline on when Seth is going to return.
It just didn't make any sense to say that Heyman betrayed him by
he has no other angle. He literally
by being in Punk. But they literally did the replay of what happened at WrestleMania. It's not like they completely just ignored it. They literally played it, and then he said, "No, he actually betrayed me when he was in."
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing, but the main cog in his anger ain't there. He ain't there. And the other guy that he's supposed to be mad at, he ain't even involved with him right now. So right now, if he mentions his name, he mentions CM Punk, he's just going to be speaking in thin air.
He's going to be Punk calling out Hangman when he returned from injury.
So that's why Roman is in a weird spot. And I felt this last week, like this return anytime I see my OTC, it's going to be great. I'm always going to love to see my OTC. But when it comes to story, they got some work to do.
Yeah.
They got some real work to do. And this is where we start to kind of see the chinks in the armor of the whole mighty game changer Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Because apparently, he's changed the WWE so much for the better, right? For so many people. So now, now this is a new story you got to make. This is a new program that you got to create now. Go ahead. Let's see it.
Let's see it.
Because last night was cat.
Yep. So to list Romeo's thoughts on this show.
Oh boy.
Romeo gave match of the night to Stephanie Vaquer versus Iyo Sky. He gave MVP for the show to Karrion Kross and Roman Reigns. LVP of the show was the referees. Missed exposed turnbuckle, Sheamus in Rusev matchup, Miss EGA, El Grande Americano in the three-way matchup, Dirty Dom distraction, Kross and Scarlett with the pipe, they missed that, Sacred Hervis and Chelsea Green. Every single matchup had interference, so he gives it to the referees. And he gives the rating a 6.8 out of 10, and then said it's slightly thumbs up. I was like, dude, you had a whole paragraph for LVP, and you still rated the show. You rated the show under a 7 and still says that it's slightly thumbs up. I was like, this guy needs to be stopped. He needs to be stopped, and he needs to learn how to properly give thumbs up, thumbs down to shows.
He actually said more bad than I
exactly.
And he still gave it. He gave it like that. He was like that. He gave it like that, in his opinion.
Yep. And somehow I'm very confused by this. In our community tab, what did you think of last night's WWE Raw? 20 votes, and out of the 20 votes, 45% gave it a 7 through 8. 30% gave it a 5 through 6, and 20% gave it a 1 through 4.
That is all of Romeo's burner accounts.
All right, final call for super chat donations, if you will. Send some love if you haven't already. And of course, we want to hear from y'all. We want to hear your thoughts. Let us know whether you gave this show a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. Out of 10, what did you give the show? Your moment of the night, your match of the night, MVP and LVP for me and Top Guy JJ for the July 21st, 2025 edition of Monday Night Raw in 3, 2, 1. I went thumbs in the middle. JJ went thumbs down. Out of 10, what did you give this show, JJ?
I gave this show a 5. I gave this show a 5 out of 10. This show was way too janky. Way too janky. No. I had no good feelings about it. It was great to see Stephanie. It was great to see Roman. Whatever the fuck that Punk and Gunther shit was, that whole 40 minutes that we read in between where the show went on King to Kai. Yeah, this show was bad. This was a bad show. There's no way in my conscience mind could sit there and be like, yeah, this show was mid. No, this show was bad. This was a bad show to me. So
you know what? You convinced me. It's a thumbs down.
I can't in good faith.
I was really trying to give it a 6 out of 10, but the more you talk about it and the more I think about the last 2 hours talking about this show, it's a 5.5 out of 10. It's like a 5.
Bad show. This was a bad show. And Roman really ended off the night with a whole bunch of cap. So it didn't even make it better.
Yeah, I was trying to praise this segment at the end, and I think I was convinced by the pop and by the aura.
Reading it, you started to realize
yeah, it was me reading my notes of what he actually said. It was like, wait, what? None of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. What are you talking about, Roman? Yeah, I think that was what was telling me, oh, this is a mid show. This is a 6 out of 10. But no, it's the more I read that Roman scene, it's like, nah, this was a thumbs down. 5.5 out of 10. I like the Roman pop. I like his aura farming, but what he said did not actually make sense. And Braun Breaker was the better of the two promos, which is very surprising. Iyo and Stephanie was really good, but then it had that finish. The post-match was good. And then everything else on the show just had too many issues for me to be like, this was good, this was good, this was good. I can't. There was all had problems to it. So
Bayley set up a match that she lost it. With no one's permission. I said 3. Okay. 3 is a little too far.
I understand if you're.
But I can't get mad at it.
I can't get mad at it.
Because this was a bad show. I'm feeling like my 5 is generous. If I didn't see Stephanie 3 times, this show would have probably got a 3.
MVP for the show, I will give it to. I gotta think.
Good luck. MVP of this show. This show got an MVP. It's that one of those.
Just laughing.
You know what? This show, I'm not even giving this show a fucking MVP. I'm giving this shit a player of the game.
No, I'll give it to Stephanie Vaquer. She came off well. Stephanie Vaquer.
I would love to, but I can't. She had a no contest.
She won. No, she won because she got attacked first.
Oh, she got the DQ win.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna like that. So I ain't gonna like that. I know she ain't gonna like it, so I ain't gonna like it. Oh God.
LWO got their biggest win.
Fuck them.
Who's your MVP?
I'm trying to think. This is difficult. Like, this is really difficult. You know what? Because he made me chuckle more than anybody for this entire. I'm gonna say AJ Styles.
That's fair. He was all over the show.
I'm gonna say AJ Styles, even though he got laid out by one hit. Nah, I can't give it to AJ Styles. He got laid out by one hit.
It's Dom. Dom gets MVP.
Chat, I'm fucking lost. Who the fuck is going to be MVP? I gotta go to the chat. Who the fuck is the MVP? Because I have no idea. Because this shit, I can't concisely call someone the MVP of this show.
I have multiple choices for LVP.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm a goon it today. Stephanie Vaquer. Fuck it.
Perfect. LVP for the show. I think I have multiple.
Yeah, Jesus.
Bayley. Karrion Kross for the match. I know he won, but he had a bad match. Referees weren't any good. Triple H, because he booked 4 matches and 3 of them had interference.
The New Day for losing to the LWO.
The New Day. Austin Theory.
Getting dumped on his day off.
I have a 6-way for LVP. This was a bad show. Who's your LVP?
Grayson Waller and Bayley. Grayson Waller and Bayley are my LVPs. Bayley, she literally had a bad night from start to finish. She had memory loss, created a match without her partner's permission, and she lost the match that she created.
She did.
She actually took the pinfall in this match. And Grayson Waller for just being on TV and completely fucking up the New Day's idea that we never got to hear.
And moment of the night, I'll say Rhea Ripley and Roman's pops.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the OTC entrance.
And there you have it. That's
why the show is a 5. The moment of the night were entrances.
That was the July 21st episode.
Dog, I might have to go to a 4.5, B.
I think I was about to say, I think it's a 5 out of 10. I think it's a 5 out of 10 for me. I'm dropping down 0.5. I gotta drop down 0.55.
Moment of the night was entrances, dog. Entrances. This show sucked.
5 out of 10. That brings us to a close on the July 21st, 2025 edition of Monday Night Raw. Thank you so much for the chat. You guys always keep us entertained.
Iyo and Steph.
Yeah, I didn't even ask that because I just figured that was the only match worth the day. It's Iyo and Steph. Yeah, despite the finish.
Yeah.
Despite the finish, it's Iyo and Steph. Yes, that is our what we thought about the July 21st, 2025 edition of Monday Night Raw. That is our opinion, but we want to hear your opinion. If you're watching us on demand, let us know in the comments down below what you thought about this week's Monday Night Raw. And thank you so much to the live chat for joining us today. And of course, Top Guy JJ, thank you as always for joining me. Please let the people know where they can follow you on social media and when they shall see you again.
True Heel _ Top Guy JJ, and that's on Instagram, and on the YouTube channel you can find me here next week on the Rated Raw review. I will be here next week, God willing, and hopefully we get better. I mean, the fucking bar ain't that high anymore right now. We came off of a average from the two hosts, a fucking 4.75 from the show. So bar ain't that high. And for True Heel Heat, I will be on the August 9th. Or is it August 9th or August 10th? I think it's August 9th, the episode.
Yes, August 9th.
So I'll be on August 9th. That will be which is about 2.5 weeks from now.
There we go. Thank you, as always, Top Guy JJ. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. You can follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at True Hill Heat. Patreon.com/True Hill Heat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. Right now, we got our Ring of Honor, Super Card of Honor review up there. That will be available for members later on this week. We'll be dropping another THH cut probably tomorrow right here on the channel. It'll probably be Josh's Ether from 2 weeks ago on the flagship, which Baby Seth has already said he put the ether beat behind what Josh had to say on that podcast. So check that out. That's dropping tomorrow right here on the channel. But I want to thank you all for joining us. Drop the thumbs up, share this video, subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much for helping us hit 24,000 subscribers, and check out all the great content we got on the channel right now, like our TNA Slammiversary 2025 review from yesterday with Chase and myself. Check out True Hill Heat flagship podcast from this past Saturday, 3/38, with the return of Miss Chrissy Love, who did her own ether on Bill Goldberg, as well as True Josh joining us to talk about This Week in Pro Wrestling, and John Escudero of Dirt Sheet Radio to talk all about AEW All in Texas. So check that out as well. But for Top Guy JJ, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been Rated Raw Review number 77. You're not a wise man, you're a dumbass. For the July 21st, 2025 edition of WWE Raw, we are signing off until next time.
This show was awful.